So listen, we're here for a really special occasion today. We have represented here amongst us people from a lot of different service lines. Obviously, we have the ambulance service here. We've got law enforcement. Some of us are firefighters. Some of us first responders on a volunteer basis. The one thing that every one of us here that works in this industry has in common is that we have a commitment to our communities. Okay, and we do this not because we're going to get rich doing it. We don't do it because somebody's going to give us a plaque or give us an award. We do it because we have that commitment, and we have this commitment to help our neighbors and our communities. And we have chosen to do this. We've chosen to put ourselves in the way of death. We've chosen to take up a sword and stand between life and death. In the case of law enforcement, to stand between good and evil. Okay, and oftentimes what we do gets frustrating. Sometimes it feels like that it's thankless and nobody appreciates what we do. And more often than not, when you go on shift, you keep getting kicked in the teeth time and time and time again. And then when the tones go off, you go right back out and do the same job. Okay, but once every 100 calls or so, something happens, and you stand up and you walk away from it and you say, I made a difference in somebody's life today. Okay, that doesn't happen every single day. And this gentleman right over here had a difference made in his life on a Sunday morning in August of 2023 when he suddenly went unresponsive and went into cardiac arrest while at church. And we had law enforcement and we had EMS that came together as one. They embarked upon a mission and they made a difference in his life. And as Scotty Fitzpatrick likes to say, they jerked another one from the very jaws of death. And today, Vanderbilt Life Flight would like to present an expression of our appreciation, and it's a small thing, but we would like to express our appreciation for the hard work that you do every day and every time that you go on shift, okay? And not only for those that are named here, but for everybody that contributes to this industry. So I'm going to present these, I think, in the order in which people responded, with the very first being Pastor Carrie Dugan, former paramedic here in Smith County, who now ministers to the spiritual health of EMS people. Yeah. And is on his way right now to do some ministry, I believe.
Yep.
All right.
Lebanon, yeah.
Thank you. Carrie and I have known each other for a long time. He was actually here when I first came to Smith County almost 30 years ago now.
Wow.
Yeah, we don't say that out loud very often.
Yeah, 30 years ago, I was just a pup. No, thank you. And I've got to say real quick, Greg went out, like you said, Sunday morning at church. The people of my church responded beautifully. There was others that helped in CPR. There was a nurse that also helped. But every one of my people just kind of scattered and went their own way, doing different things. Many of them prayed. So I give thanks to the Lord. I think of Renee Tisdale. She immediately turned around in her seat, went to her knees, and prayed through the whole thing. Jimmy Tisdale took emotional care of Debbie, my sister, Greg's wife. So there were many more people. But anyway, thank God, and thank all of you that helped in Greg's response.
And if you don't know, Greg, our patient, is Carrie's brother-in-law. So we're kind of coming full circle here. So.
I called him a few days later at the hospital, and he thanked me for CPR, and I said, that wasn't CPR. And he said, what was it? I said, that's me beating you in the chest for interrupting my service.
Officer Scott Hale. Scott Hale and I have known each other since we were in high school together. Thank you very much for your service. Here you go, Scott. Thank you for being there, man. Smith County Deputy Robin Beller. Thank you very much. I really appreciate what you did for him. Okay. Here you go, Robin. Thank you. Paramedic Jason Graves. There's my guy. Thank you, Jason. I really appreciate what you did.
Appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Yes, sir. Thanks, man.
Advanced EMT Leslie King / Leslie Hembry, because she found somebody that was willing to marry her. Her words, not mine.
Thank you.
And last but not least, Greg.
Thank you.
Greg Pilot.
Yes. Thank everybody here.
You understand the statistical most people don't survive what he, I mean, we're talking about less than 10%, okay? Which again, speaks to the strength of our EMS and people who are willing to be there and be there very, very quickly to make a difference in somebody's life. This is, for law enforcement in particular, this may be a once in a career opportunity for them. Okay,
Glad
and
it was me too,
even for EMS, this is not something that we can look back on and say that we do a whole lot in our career, that we win from time to time. Every once in a while we win, and thank you very much.
Thank you.
It was an honor to be able to take care of you, sir.
Honor to have you.
And here you go, sir. This
Thank
is from
you.
Vanderbilt Lifeline. We've also got a couple other things for you too.
Okay.
Okay.